Well, hello people, and welcome back to part 7 of Foundation 1.0. Hope you're having a wonderful day. I'm back from vacation, and indeed very, very keen to get stuck into some of this wonderful city building. Let's have a bit of review of what's happened. We do have some decent resources, 36 jewelry now, 35 cheese, beer and hops, all starting to come through. 80% happiness at 240 population. And our wheat fields are growing out now too. We have maximum workers in these fields, which is helping keeping everything stocked over here. Yeah, but today, we're going to do something pretty interesting, I think. I'm really looking forward to this episode. This little island over here has been earmarked to become our monastery, which I think will be a really nice feature of the town. Of course, the hilltop castle. We will eventually have the grander hilltop keep, which is actually where we'll start today's episode. The monastery is going to take an enormous amount of stone to build, and our bailiff has found a stone deposit atop the hill. So I will add in some stone quarries, although apparently we don't have that one. We'll get it now while we've got the money, it's okay. I want the stone. So let's have one there. So thank you to you guys in the comments, you did let me know. Indeed, we can place 2 mines on these deposits, which is wonderful. Now, eventually this is going to be part of our castle, so we'll have to figure out a way to blend this in, because it is still going to be working. And then I think here we'll store a couple of output resources. Eventually this is going to be such a crucial bit of infrastructure for building our monastery today, and then indeed our castle a little bit further down the line as well. So we've actually got some full storage at the moment. How are we doing for stone storage? We could do with making it back over here. Maybe an excuse then to upgrade some of our polished stone workers perhaps. What are you guys? Are you all commoners? Yeah, you're all at your respective levels. I suppose then maybe we could also look to upgrade some of our stone masonry as well. Why don't we add in this stone hut? That will give us 2 extra workers, so why don't we have that, say, try and pack it into this middle area if I can, just behind the cart. That seems like it'd be pretty good to me. And then we can also start processing that huge stone stockpile we've got into stone masonry. So with this episode today, I want to get this big bridge built. This is going to be so cool. Let's come into our bridges, and we're going to use the city stone bridge, which, by the way, speaking of, our stone bridge from last episode is finished building now, which is looking wonderful, isn't it? Although they're not going down there, which is super bloody irritating. I really wish they would. Just carry on a bit further. It'll be fine. But they'll hopefully get there today anyway. I think I need to move the wall over a little bit. Yeah, so let's build this stone bridge. So I want it to emanate, if you like, from this kind of central town plaza we have. If I want to draw this somewhat centrally, probably about there, right? So if we went to that direction, it's a bit much. Let's find the exact right spot for this. How about that one? Grab these workers too, we'll need them for that new mine. That doesn't seem too bad, does it? I think I'm pretty happy with that. It's going to be a nice area here, we'll get people walking up and down, that will get it paved as well. And then it emerges just about on the island there, doesn't it, I think? Yeah, so we'll do a stone gateway only one side, I think. I don't want the stone gateway to kind of block the view to the monastery on the other side, so I think we'll just have it here. And then I also want to change the colour too. What would be the colour of God? Should we go for like a black monastery? Sounds like something from Game of Thrones, doesn't it? The Black Monastery. It's fine though. We'll go with that. And then definitely some wall banners, if we can find a fun place to attach these to. Let's do that one there, and then we'll do another one on the other side. And that should be it, I think. It's going to be an enormous amount of stone to get that built, but it'll be worth it. So it's going to give us some beautification as well, because all these areas are already all beautified. Yes, what do you want? What do you want? Some wood? Yeah, we can do that. Nice little trade. Bump bar coffers, which we're very nearly in need of another treasury expansion, actually. It is slowly dwindling down. So while this builds, let's make this our priority first, because I want this huge export of stone to begin funneling the monastery and bridge projects. Also for this stone deposit, let's get 2 miners in there straight away. And then, are we storing stone locally here? We are. It's being stored at this warehouse over here. That should be okay. And our little stone hut is up now, so let's get 2 more stonemasons working in there. Probably don't need to make you commoners just yet. There should be enough of a backlog of stone to work through. We will eventually promote them. And then once we have this stone mine built up, we will then prioritize the building of the bridge, which will take a little while because it is quite a lot of stone, but it's fine. And then with the resources here, I'm just going to straight up do resource removal. Sure. And then we just want to cut away all of that. Let's make sure every little bush is covered there. Cool. Now they'll slowly disappear. The fishing hut is a little bit in the way here, isn't it? Can we just look to relocate you? I like the idea of having some kind of like fishing huts at the bottom of the bridge, but not inside the bridge. So I'm going to also move my stone cutters camp here too. We probably don't need this one anymore, to be honest, do we? If we're opening up that mine, these little camps can probably go. Yeah, I'm going to delete that actually, yeah. Let's just get rid of that stone camp, it's not needed anymore. And then with our fisher's hut, you will just edge across to sit underneath the bridge, right? Almost like there's little fishing wharfs beneath this huge stone bridge, right? Should be a lot of fun. There we go. Fantastic. Do we need the workers? Well, we do. We have a surplus of advanced material. That's very nice. Good. Get a 10% happiness bonus because of that. That'll be very welcome. So while the bridge slowly gets built over time, we do have some rustic and refined food debuffs going on. So someone somewhere in the city is not receiving access to the food. Let's come to our villages and see if we can identify any happiness. So some serfs that are having low needs. Where do you guys live? Where's your home? Over here. Okay. So we can probably do the market over this way for these folks. They are... That's probably quite far away from there, aren't they? How are we doing for wheat storage? I think maybe we possibly need another farm in the not too distant future. Or at least to expand this one over here. Oh, we might also grab another territory. I'm going to grab this one so we can continue to expand that farming space. It's also awesome that this all is wood cutting. There is already a lumber camp over here. It's this one next to the fields. How many people do we have working here? 3. Yeah, that's fine. They should be able to carry on plowing through all this, no problem. But in the meantime, let's build a little market out here for... It was rustic and refined, I think, wasn't it? Yeah, so... Let's do a little meat and berry stand out here. Well, we could do meat and fish, really. Fish is rustic, isn't it? We do have a lot of fish. We have a lot of berries, I suppose. Either or will do. So I guess let's tether this into... Where do I actually want to put this? Over here might be quite nice. Well, we could do it... That's maybe in this little corner here. We'll have a food store. I want to place 2 of these. Have them pretty much next door to each other. And then we'll do red. And we'll do blue. And that should be pretty much it. Don't really need anything else around it. We could do some beautification, I suppose. Maybe some barrels next door. I think fountains are a bit extravagant for a fish market, but it's fine. Let's see if we can see any of the appropriate detail in the rustic shed. Maybe just on the corner here near the stone entrance to the mines. And a wood shed as well, maybe behind. So there's some peripherals there. Depending on how we got the workers to stock them as well when they come in. How are we doing for iron? Do we want to maybe open up the next mine? Nope. So we've got 290. Did also add those extra quarries over here too. After you guys mentioned it in the comments, so we do have 4 workers at the gold deposit. And the quartz as well now, so that's all going swimmingly well. Let's grab some people. Yeah, we could always do with the extra hands, couldn't we? So this is where we will be going into monasteries very soon today as well. But we didn't put the resource depot in, did we not? What do you want, the crane? Okay. Tap that. Just there then. There we go. I mean, I got 4 people in that stone mine as well, so that should zip along very quickly. You can see the farmers mass clearing these huge fields of wheat as well now. Very nice. Did have a very appropriate comment actually that we probably should have put the wheat on the floor and the sheep on the hills, but giving them, I'm sure, is a tremendous workout. Having to farm on slopes like this. I will eventually continue over the hill and far away as well to keep up with our refined food demand. Bread is refined, isn't it? It is indeed, yeah. So, these hills should keep the masses fed. There is a couple of stone deposits, but with the stone mine opening up, not going to be around for too much longer, I don't think. And now they are already taking a path here. I would rather shape this, but I think we'll just leave it to its own devices. I think we'll worry about that when we come to build the stone keep in a few episodes' time. But I probably will actually just mark out some areas for wood cutting. This probably at some point as well, you know, because it's going to be all castle. Guess I'll try save a few of those berry deposits just for this berry worker, who is actually very full all of the time. You got your most workers. Yes, you are. We are storing berries here, aren't we? Because there's a berry brewery over this way. Do we want to add another brewer? You are supposed to be citizen. Where do you live? You live over here, so if we'd make you a citizen, you would actually complete your next requirement, wouldn't you? Although you're going to want luxury goods, I think, at citizen, aren't you? Yeah, he now wants luxury goods, so we'll have to start selling that jewellery, which is fine. Let's create a luxury stand over here. So with you, I will add a luxury goods store onto this little market. Let's say, I guess about there, right? And we don't really have a luxury canopy, so I guess they can have green, right? Emeralds, I guess, is a sign of luxury. And then we'll sell the jewellery there to keep him satisfied, yeah. See, he's gonna... So he's downgraded now because he didn't know how to common resident. Didn't he just upgrade you to a... Did I get the wrong house there? Oh, he's moved. He moved as I upgraded him, did he? Okay, well that's helpful. I've just come to... It's fine. They'll eventually come back. Let's not worry about it. First citizen promoted. Yeah, that's very good. Everyone's going to love that, which is nice. How's the paving area doing around here? Want to make sure we pave. And all the way up to our bridge here. And then I guess all through here should probably be paved as well, right? This whole district in and around the castle and the Lord's Manor to become paved. I think so. I guess because they're also walking through people's houses here. I'm probably going to have to pave this as well, aren't I? That's fine. It will all look pretty nice in the end, I think. How is that paver doing? He is over here, isn't he? He's there. Let's suit it for a commoner. Let's add you another person. And then we'll upgrade you both as well. We'll see how that goes. Our market stands over here ready. They are indeed. Let's add one market tender on, and you will sell berries. And then the next market tender will also start selling fish over there as well. And then over here we also need another market tender, and we will sell jewellery. Wonderful, which we do still have a decent stockpile of. Yeah, I got 40 jewellery in at the minute. Where is our jewellers? It's here, isn't it? You also want to be citizen. What are you missing out on? Gems. And I guess that they'll just come from the mining over time, won't they, anyway? You don't have an enormous demand for it right now, so it should be okay. Possibly time for a few more homes then. Do we have any zoning over here? We do, although it's not growing up. Let's perhaps reshape where these people are walking around here. I'm going to stick to the block zoning just so I can get the densest possible housing in. Stuff like that. We can... They're not even following this one over here now, are they? So let's trim that back a little bit. So I'm happy for them to move around here now the blocks have taken shape. And then over here, can we do some more possible houses? Should be quite a nice waterfront location here by the bridge as these new houses come in. I should be able to house our new serfs that have arrived. I do need some workers actually, so whilst you're there... Hello people, let's grab 2. Pretty sure we'll need them. House is upgrading, is it really? Oh wonderful. Is that because we just got the market over here? No access to rustic food. You're not, where do you live? Show me where you live. Okay, well, you will do in a second once these berries arrive. There we get the next market tender in. But otherwise, I think that's most things taken care of. Look at that bridge slowly building up, isn't that wonderful? Actually, not taking them too long to do it. And the house is downgraded, of course. One window shuts, another one swings open, doesn't it? Of course it does. Is that because you lost your commoner resident? I think it was, wasn't it? It's okay. There is kind of a weird upgrade system in Foundation, like because you want to upgrade certain areas, but you have to make sure that the people living in that area actually need an upgrade to a higher level of status. It can be quite hard to manage, really, as you get further into higher populations and you don't know where these people are living. It's, yeah, kind of a difficult one to manage, I think. At least for me it is, anyway. Yeah, cool, the jewelry is over here now as well, so that should keep those citizens happy. As long as they're at least living nearby, that is. But otherwise, I think we can kind of chill out now until our bridge is done. We'll make this the priority. I want this to be done immediately. I think I'm also going to delete this sawmill over here now. Since we've got some more sawmills over here that aren't manned that we can probably start to process too. Well, these guys over here are already full, aren't they? Let's put them in. We'll always need planks, and I'm pretty sure we're selling them as well, aren't we? So I'll be happy to have more in there. And there's the next market stall. Let's add in the second tender, and then you will sell meat over here. So we have rustic and refined foods for this neighbourhood now as well. But either way, yeah, I'll be back once our bridge is done, and then we can start the monastery project. Super. So our bridge is built, which looks really cool, doesn't it? Really nice little centerpiece alongside the manor, the castle, the church, and the town centre there, isn't it? Really cool. So let's get building here. For some reason, these resources haven't disappeared when they should have done. They were painted for removal. You okay, Foundation? I guess we can build over them. We can probably have some of them in the grounds. Let's come to our progression, and we're going to grab a few things here. First of all, I think I want to grab city fortifications, because that's going to give us the watchtower that will provide heavy defense, or heavy fortification, which is what we need. I also want to get the monastery as well, which of course is going to include a whole bunch of religious complex stuff, and now, due to the amount of churches we already have quite a lot of splendour. So I'd like to grab some more here too. So we're going to grab the Hospitium, it's pilgrims to rest. The rustic cloister, which is going to add a bunch of decorative options for us, I think. We can also get the Mastanic beekeeping, which will allow us to produce honey and wax. We did want wax for something, didn't we? Was it candling? Yeah, candles. So we can produce candles now as well. So, yes please. The Mastanic kitchen will allow us to produce much better refined food, I believe. Yeah, we'll get golden gruel, garnished greens in exchange for cheese and vegetables. We'll do the treasury, because we always want treasury expansion. Let's also do the splendor package for extra decorative stuff. We'll get the extra privilege, of course, and we will also do the emissary office, which leaves us with 15. And what is it we need for that? We want 150 Splendor for the Monastery modest architecture. Which we're a little bit away from yet, but this will be kind of, I think, Monastery upgrades with a view to get to the abbatial church at some point down the line, I believe. So let's start building. Our next monument, of course, is going to be the monastery itself. We've got a whole bunch of different things here. So I think we'll start off with the chapel. So let's start with the rustic hall. Now I don't want this to be like immediately on the bridge, just kind of set back a little bit. Let's go for something like that, I think. Which will look pretty cool. Now straight away I want to grab some fencing. I think I'll just do stone fencing, I don't want it to be too extravagant. And then just to help guide Sims up to the monastery, I quite like to have them up this way, I think. I'm going to do that same thing from this corner. So just to kind of guide them up to the front door, like this is the only way into the monastery. And then to access the different wings of it, you have to kind of go through this door first. I think it should be pretty cool. Cool, so we'll have those there. That should lead it up nicely. Let's go ahead and give it a front door. And then we can build up the rest of the monastery from here. So let's have that one pretty much there. Let's move that wall over a little bit too. Cool. So a little bit more height in that building there. And I think just like in City Skylines, right, we want to check the angle. So I want this to be a significantly tall building, I believe. I think we're going to stick 2 of these rustic halls together, possibly even 3. Put that up there, bring it up to roughly the same height. And then let's maybe do a 3rd as well. Cool. This will serve as our chapel, and then let's go ahead and get the bell tower in here as well. We've got a few choices. Let's do, we've got this rustic facade as well, which looks very fancy, doesn't it? We'll have to definitely try and find a way to blend that in. Let's worry about the finer details at some point though. Would also love to do glass as well. Yeah, let's have that stained glass right at the front there, right? And then bell tower, let's have this right at the back. With some significant height to it, I think. Just want to get a grander look of that. Yeah, I like that there. Maybe even just a touch taller. Fantastic. Okay, cool, so that'll be our chapel. Let's add in some new rooms as well now. So, I guess monks and nuns, is there a major difference besides gender? I'm not entirely sure. I would love a lot of this stuff as well, like the apiaries and the vegetable gardens. I want to make sure we get a lot of that in too. So let's do some dorms next. We'll have our monk dorms, and let's do this as a little passageway that comes off one of the main buildings. How about there? We'll have our dorms just sat there, I think. And then let's add in another building now. Why don't we do Mustanic Scriptorium, which will produce manuscript. Oh, we can also have a berry garden in here as well, so we can produce more berries. That'll be good. I want to create a bit of a garden here, so I think what we will do is keep focusing on structure, and then we'll do these gardens a little bit later. Wouldn't mind a treasury. We did just look at that, didn't we? Let's have a treasury here. We bring this up a little bit. I'll try and keep it a pretty interesting shape if I can. Yep, I like that there. I'm going to do another couple of buildings out here too. I'll do 2 of these actually. This is all counting towards treasury, so it will increase our pool there. The cloister is also a place where monastery occupants to meditate about their lives and what they wish to eat for dinner. That sounds like fun, doesn't it? It wants cloister hall, cloister garden entrance, enclosed area, and interior access, does it? Okay. Right, we get some new buildings here, don't we? So these kind of look like little side pieces, don't they? Or how about we have a cloister entrance there? And then just tether the walkways onto the side. It also wants an enclosed area, so create an area closed off on all sides by building parts. Okay. Quite interesting that it wants to be that specific, doesn't it? So I guess I need to find a block. I can actually go back to editing the chapel then and then kind of enclose all this, right? Is what I'm wanting to do there. I want to find a fairly small building for that then, don't I? Something like that. And then let's just stick a bunch of these together. As it'll eventually run into that one there, I think. Cool. Does that then count as an enclosed area, does it? So if we come back to our cloister. Oh no, that's not fully enclosed there, is it? Okay. Let's add in one more. There we go. Now it just turned blue. And it's happy with that. Okay, that's perfect then. So now we have this little courtyard where people can get in and out there. Really like that, isn't that cool? It's super clever how the mechanics work in Foundation for creating these very modular monuments, isn't it? Very nice. So let's focus on our gardens then. So I would love, first of all, honey. I want an apiary here. So let's have this in the garden. Guess we can tuck that right into the corner, can we? Yes, we can. I'll have that there. That's the apiary done. I next want a vegetable garden. Which again, it's just another ploppable building, is it? Okay. Why don't we have this one? Maybe up there, perhaps. Yes. Yeah, I'm on board with that. Then what else was it we wanted? The herb garden would also be cool as well, where we can place our own little planters. Isn't that gorgeous? That's so cool. Okay then, let's do some herb planters here. Let's do one. Try and vary them up a little bit. We'll use some various different ones here. Let's do a planter corner, perhaps, if we dare. Maybe there. Spin that one around too and place that one on the corner as well. Now let's go back to these little square planters. Maybe we can do some of these trails here as well. Have one of those. And one of those. That's pretty much all we need for a herb garden, I think, isn't it? I think so. We could do the berries. We do have a lot of berries at the minute. I don't think there's a massive need for them, is there? We also have the refectory, which is a place where monks and nuns can consume rustic food and Mastanic food. What does the berry garden look like? Is this a separate thing, is it? So it wants one production and one resource depot. So we can have the berry garden hut. Oh, that's like a whole little building in itself, isn't it? My goodness. Okay. We're going to have that there then. If I can just put it there. And then it also wants a berry planter as well. So let's have this. We have over this. I know it's a little bit further away, but I'll have it there, I think. I like that. Yeah, and I think that's all the modules I want for the time being. In terms of other sub-buildings, there's also the Mastanic Grange as well, which is used for storing all the resources here. I think we might possibly expand the monastery out here once we unlock some of those extra features. And it continues to just grow into this gargantuan beast of a build. I would also like the Hospitium, which is where pilgrims can come to rest. I wouldn't mind going for like another enclosed garden space over here. So why don't we look to put together some more of these quarter buildings maybe. We'll have this one over there. And this can be our Hospitium. and all accessible via the inside, and then we can see where we can start to create some more gardens here as the demands for the monastery grow over time. But otherwise, I think I'm pretty happy with that. So we have chapel, monk dorms, treasury, cloisters, apiaries, veg gardens, herb, berry gardens as well, plus the hospitium. We're just missing... I guess we do need the refectory, don't we? Because they're going to need somewhere to eat. How about a little rustic tower, then they can eat in the tower, which is very cool. They can come and consume their food there in another smaller tower away from the main bell. You guys are coming in, although I'm going to turn you all into monks. So probably not the best time to arrive, but I think it'll be alright. And build all, I believe. Let's go for that. Well, there was some construction requirements not met for the herb list. You okay? Because I didn't put the herb garden hut in. That absolutely makes sense. Why do we have this one? Just over here. Oh, it needs access to one side, I suppose, doesn't it? Let's have that herb garden hut just next door to our herbs there. Sure. Was there another one? What was it with you? The treasury does not have interior access or fortification. It wants light fortification. The treasury, doesn't it? Wonder if I can add on a secondary tower. Will that provide fortification like it does for the rest of the city? No, it's not creating any little thing there, is it? So I'm going to assume no then. I'm not sure what we can possibly do then for treasury fortification there. Let's have a look at our new fortification stuff we just unlocked. Do we have city watchtower? Yeah, we'll have to find a way to get fortification there. Improve the monastery with hospitium. Yes, we're building a hospitium anyway, that's fine. Let's also take a moment to have a look at those new edicts we unlocked as well. We have an empty slot here. What can we do? We've got trade covenant, trade price increase, aesthetic food satisfaction, tithe taxes on churches might be quite nice. Clergy building upkeeps, and every time you trade with a village of clergy allegiance, you gain +1 influence with its estate. I believe we are doing quite a lot of trade with Middle. And then Kingston Abbey is the other one. So we are selling them actually. We can also unlock this trade route as well now. Let's do that. We can sell marble to them for 5. We do have quite a lot of marble, don't we? Oh yes, let's absolutely do that. That'll be a nice little tidy earner. So sell everything above the value of, I guess, 100 should be fine. Can we enact any edicts to improve the trade route yet? We can do 150 planks with Davenport. Let's do that. I think we trade quite a lot with them, don't we? Yeah, bread, I think. We can also start selling honey to them today as well. Once the monastery is built, of course. There we go. We can also see all these jobs becoming available for the monastery now as well. Got Mastanic Priest. What else do we have over here? Lodgings. Hostler, Refectorian, Herbalist, Gardeners and Farmers. Wonderful. Also, for this clergy edict, I'm going to take the upkeep reduction. 25% is quite a handy saving there. So I'll take that as well. I've also changed the treasury building as well, because we can't provide the fortification here, I don't think. So we'll not have the treasury here. Although we do need treasury expansion, because we're again about to hit the limit. So I wouldn't mind maybe just making a small amend to our Great Hall. All this over here is treasury. So why don't we see if we can add... We don't have anything to unlock here, do we? In terms of decoration. No, we already have it all. Yeah, just maybe a new tower. Just to help increase the size of the treasury. Maybe have one there. Just give us a bit more headroom. Okay, so slight development, interestingly enough. If you're going to bridge across to an island like this, the builders and the villagers basically did not want to walk over the stone bridge. They've had to replace it with just like a regular What's the other one called? City Stone Bridge. Yeah, so I've had to replace it with a regular village stone bridge. Now they're finally going across. But yeah, they wouldn't walk across this one for some reason. Maybe if it's such a short gap, it needs to be a wider bridge. Not entirely sure what was up with it. But finally, work can begin on the monastery now. So we had a mission pop up for hosting Wandering Monks, a fellowship. The Wandering Monks would like to spend a month at Hospitium, although they don't have much to donate. They promise to spread the word about your land if treated well. So we can host them for 28 days, and we need to have 80% approval. We can also restock them whilst accumulating berries inside storage facilities. We should be able to do that. Okay, we'll restock them, and I guess we're also hosting them as well. So let's take a look at our monastery interface for the first time. So it looks like we need to devote a male village to the monastery. There we go. Monastery founded, an aura of serenity settles in as your first villagers recite their religious vow and convert to a life of ascetic piety. I don't know what that means. Your people have been blessed with a monastery. May it bring faith and wealth. Wonderful. Cool. So we've got some things to grow here. Oh, so we still need to paint the vegetable, the crop garden, do we? Okay. Might not have left enough room for this. How much room do we actually want? 20 grow vegetables in this back corner, I wonder. About to find out. So we also need to assign resources, don't we, to the monastery, so have fish, veg, and vegetables here. Oh, here's the monks. These guys are just hanging around in the town, aren't they? With percentages above their head. Yeah, so if we click on this guy, we can upgrade him with scripture, is that? Okay. So is your house now the monastery? It is, isn't it? Alright. You see a little monk guy walking over here now? So he's bringing the fish over to the monastery now. You okay? What do you want? Do you want a festival, do you? Yes, we should be alright for a festival. We're pretty happy at the minute. More people, yes. More monks for the grinder, so to speak. Let's devote another male villager to the monastery. We just lost one more employment status thing there as well, which is great. We can actually get quite a lot of people in here, can't we? Look how many the herbalist will hold. How about the gardener too? Yeah, quite a lot. Quite a lot. There we go, the monks are coming into the monastery now to hang out in the hospitium at the back there, which is good. I think with the villagers now, I don't need the builders anymore, so I'm actually going to destroy this builder's workshop, I think. Because I just built it to help speed this along. Oh yes, look, we have people in the lodgings now. How cool. Wonderful. So they're all hanging out. We need to host them with 80% approval. They only have 55 at the moment. That's because of Mustang food shortage and lodging shortage. Are you sure? There's room in the lodges. And then with the food, I think we're just waiting for that to trickle through, aren't we? Yes, we are. Traders improve with middle. That's wonderful news. I'm not entirely sure how we get people in the vegetable gardens here. They are up to 60% now though, so I guess they're slowly improving. We've also got another person over here as well. You okay? You want some hops for some iron? Absolutely. Yes. That was a perfect trade. Thank you very much. I will take your iron. So we have a hosteler now. We also have a rectorian. I want some beekeepers as well. So I think rather than assigning them via the normal way, we just have to keep sending them to the monastery, don't we? But only male villagers. I suppose that's because I've only built monks, hasn't I? I also need a nunnery if I would also like to donate some females to them as well. Oh, they've hit 80%. That's good. Hopefully they'll stay there. Could not fulfill one need. What's wrong with you? What's that? Food shortage? Yeah, that's fine, isn't it? We just need to wait for some berries to get over there, I think, from storage. And there will be no vegetables for the time being. Okay, then I think, because I would also like to donate, not donate, but is that the right word? Donate? Probably not. Let's build a nunnery. Let's have some nun dorms, if you like. I don't know why I found that so funny. The nuns can live in a rustic passageway. Why not? Why don't we have that one there? And then we'll also build another one here to enclose this space there, and we can do something with the cloisters at that at a later date when we want it. But that'll be the nun dorms. They can live happily ever after over here. And then when they're built, we can hopefully give away a couple of female villagers too. Eggenheim is now a hermitage. Wonderful, isn't that great? Offering bread for your herbs and berries, for herbs and spices. With all his grace and mercy, the bishop wants to ensure all regional monasteries are well fed. He delegated a steward to ship you bread in exchange for herbs and berries. What is it you want? Accumulate berries and herbage inside storage for 80 bread. Yeah, that seems pretty doable, I think, doesn't it? But we can kick off about the number of bread, actually. Our bishop is generous indeed. 180. Oh, yes, please. I don't know if we're going to be able to get the herbage. I'm going to agree to it. If we fail, it's fine. I guess we'll just lose a bit of splendor, won't we? But we'll easily recover it. Right, I'm going to donate all those female villagers to the monastery. We have a farmer now. Wonderful. The field is too small. Okay. Can I get you to grow them elsewhere? Can we do... How about a vegetable patch out front? Will that still work? I mean, I'm happy to have a little vegetable plot there if they'll grow on it. I can use it as decoration, I suppose. But that's okay. That's the monastery. This is the beekeeper. Hey, we now have an apiarist. That's wonderful news. We need to be storing that then. Yes, more monks for the grinder. Get them in. Get them in. I really want this stopped with stuff. Herbalist is growing. Cool. So we've now got all that stuff coming in. This granary is full. Although there are a few empty resources here. So store herbs there. And then what else do we not need here? We need most of that really, to be honest. We got a lot of space over here though, don't we? So store the herbs in this one. And that's pretty much it, isn't it? Now we also have bees, we're also going to be having wax as well, aren't we? So store that in one of these warehouses here. There, wax is what we want. Oh, which now opens up candle making to us, doesn't it? So if we search for candle people. So what is it you want? 2 wax and iron and a tool for a candle. Jesus. Why do you need iron to make candles? What are you doing with them? Okay, where do we want this then? If we're having irons being produced over here and tools are as well, with the wax coming across from the monastery. So let's have our candle workshop, say here. It's not pollutive, so we should be alright. Let's have that there. Wonderful. That will then begin production, and then we will both store and sell the candles over here. So store them there. Then what are candles? Are they a luxury good? We can see them. Just goods. Okay. We already have 2 wax and honey as well. Okay, so we should be storing our herbs. We can hopefully see people here now. There's our herbalist. We have a gardener. We have an apiarist, and we have a farmer. Wonderful. Where are you? You're over here for some reason. What are you doing? Isn't that cute? Oh, you have a notification. Oh, no, not that. Coin surplus. Wonderful. Yes, we have loads of coins. Yes, we do. Fantastic. Everyone's happy because the king is rich. Yeah, so in terms of that, we need the manuscript to upgrade them, don't we? I actually can't remember. There's so many bloody parts to this monastery. Did we put a manuscript thing in? A copyist. Yes, we did. So what do we do with manuscript? Where do we put that? Is that a stored item? Manuscript is not there. It definitely won't be in a granary, will it? I'm not sure where the manuscript will actually go. The fair went well. Wonderful. That's great news. Up to 106% happiness now, which is fantastic. Many a monk and many a nun are also on their way in here. It looks like they'll just auto-assign themselves to whatever jobs, will they? Okay. And I don't mind that, I suppose. I'm not against it. Let's do a bit of decoration at the front. Don't mind doing a bit of detailing before we finish off the episode. I want some trees around the front of the monastery, so how about we have a big fancy tree? City elms? Would God approve of an elm? Possibly. We'll have one there. And then another one there. And we will continue to grow out this monastery islands, of course, as we progress through the monastery stuff. But I think for the time being this should be okay. Let's get those built there. Any more decoration. Wouldn't mind maybe some of these polished planters as well, perhaps. Just over by the door. Have one there. That path around the side won't be there forever. Eventually, if you want to get into the monastery, they will have to come in through this way, because we'll build buildings out here too at some point. Once all that grows out anyway. Fantastic. Can we sell candles over here, I wonder? We can now. I'm going to move the clothes store from there and do candles and common wares instead. Not selling any of that jewellery either, are we? How are we doing for clothes? Seems like it's not really making it to market there, is it? Is it that one? I think we are selling them, aren't we? Maybe time then to reduce the clothes trade. Yeah, I'm going to stop selling them, I think. Give them a chance to populate our own village stores before that happens. The wandering monks were pleased. Oh, fantastic. Isn't that great? Isn't that great news? That gives us a bit more splendour as well with the clergy. Are we generating herbage? Where's our herbs? 0 there. Where's our herb garden? It's the berry garden. There's the herb list. Okay, so there's a lot of vegetables cropping up here now, which is fun. So I guess as the monastery ticks over and we get fresh people turning up, go ahead and join the monastery. Wonderful. There we do have a priest as well now. So it's obviously best suited to a brother and a sister. We need 5 of the manuscripts in order to upgrade him. But otherwise, that's a pretty successful build there, isn't it? How do we feel about the first half of our monastery? It looks very grand on the island there, doesn't it? I can't wait to get this next half built out. What is it we'll build there? So we can get the modest cloister stuff. Some more decorations at tier 4. Must have like winemaking, that would be good. We'll get a vineyard on there. And then eventually we'll try and build the Mustanic Abbatial Church at some point too, which will be the final sort of form, if you like, of the monastery. But a lot of fun that. I reckon next time we'll carry on expanding out, and then we'll eventually turn our attention back toward the Stone Keep, which will get built up here. But I think next time out we'll focus on some more expansion, make sure everyone's happy over here. We could do with another kind of guard tower, I think, over here, and we'll start to develop these lands. I want to get over to this water as well, so we can get more fishing, keep growing out our population. But otherwise, guys, I thank you all so much for watching. An enormous shout out to the Golden Eggs that support our channel over on Patreon. Louis Adlin, Andrew Perez, O'Hay Casino, Phoenix MD, and Bad Wolfo. If you want to get involved in that, links to Patreon and Instant Gaming. Best ways to support the channel. I hope you've enjoyed the first part of our island monastery build today. Really is a lot of fun, and starting to explore so many more different resources and mechanics now while managing the ever-growing populations. Game is a real challenge as you get into the late game, but I'm still really enjoying it. I hope you are as well. Otherwise, I'll shut up and leave it there. I'd like to thank you all so much indeed for watching, and as always, enjoy the rest of your day.